Welcome again, dear student, in our part 3rd of economics. Now, already we have complete our discussion the fourth important topics in development chapters. The first one is the what is development. Second is different people having different goals. Third is the income and other goals. And then fourth is national development. And now today we are going to start our next two important topics in part number 3rd. First one is how to compare countries or state, and second is the income and other criteria. Start. Our first topic is how to compare different countries or state. When we compare different things, they could have similarities as well as differences. Let us one example of the student. They differ in their height, health, talent, and interest. Even the healthiest student may not be the most studious one. The most intelligent student may not be the friendliest one. So, how do we compare student? The criteria we may use depend on the purpose of comparison. We use different criteria to choose a sport team, a debate team, a music team, or a team of organize a picnic. Still, if for some purpose we have to choose the criteria for the all round progress of children in the class. So here what is most important, whenever we decide to compare of anything, our purpose is mentioned and even our purpose is clear which things we mainly compare among two students and among two countries. Usually we take one more important characteristics of person and compare them based on these characteristics. Of course, there can be differences about what are important characteristics that should form the basis of comparison, like as the friendliness and spirit of cooperation and creativity or a mark secure. However, for comparison between countries, total income is not such an useful measure. Since countries have different population, comparing total income will not tell us what is average person is likely to earn. Are people in one country better off than others in the different country? Hence we compare the average income, which is the total income of the country divided by its total population. The average income is also called the per capita income. Here, the national income cannot be the perfect criteria to say whether the average individual in this particular country is getting more income or not. When the average individual is not getting more income, we cannot simply jump to any judgment saying that the entire country is getting full income basis on the national income. The actually national income which is projected may not be the total income, may not be the actual income of all the individuals. It may be largely contributed by few people who are fill the rich communities, whereas other may be contributing their limited amounts. But when we have more amount of rich people, that would automatically reflect on the large list to say that country's income is more. So in order to derive solution for this one, in order to find out right alternatives and to determine whether a country is getting actual income or not, so they decided to go for average total income of a country. Total income by total population, till how we are considering only total income. When total income is considered only, we are able to see the population. When we talk the average of total income by total population, then it is called average income. And then they result in the total population average, then generally we get an idea, not exactly but to a very large expense, what is the average income that an individual can get in that particular society, in that particular country. Because with the total income we cannot say whether individual is getting or not when the total income is divided by the total population. There are more changes to different determine the average expected income for a particular individual in that particular country. Once the average income are calculated, then we can compare the average income of the country with the other countries. That would be a better determinant saying whether a country is developed or not. Here, report published by the World Bank, and according to World Bank, which countries are developed or not developed, we can easily understand with the help of this statistical data which published in year of the 2017. Now here the classification of the countries with per capita income of US dollar 12,056 per annum in 2017 are called rich countries, and those with per capita income of US dollar 955 or less are called low income countries. And our country India is comes in the category of low middle income countries, because its per capita income in year 2017 was just US dollar 1820 per annum. The rich countries, excluding countries of Middle East and certain other small countries, are generally called developed countries. So here, according to the statistical data, we can identify the countries are fully developed or not. Clear ideas about the different countries, whose countries come in rich countries, and then some countries in low middle income countries, and some countries in under in low income countries on the basis of their per capita income, and which declared by the World Development Report in year of 2017. You can see here in rich countries the total per capita income in US dollar 12,236 per annum and above. Those countries per capita income like this and above, also known as the rich countries, whereas the low middle income countries, already we have seen in our country is also in under this category is low middle income countries. And the last one is the low income countries, where US dollar 1005 per annum and less, which also known as the low income countries. Our next main important topic is income and other criteria. Look at individual aspiration and goals. We found that people not may think of better income but also have goals such as security, respect for others, equal treatment, freedom, etc. in mind. Similarly, when we think of a nation or a region, we may beside average income think of other equally important attributes. And now in this point we also compare the per capita income of selected states. So which selected states we have compared in this point? First one is Haryana, second is Kerala, and then is a Bihar. Now here the Haryana, Kerala and Bihar, actually these figures are of per capita net state domestic product at current price of 2015 or 16. So here to roughly we can take it to be the per capita income of the state. We find that of the three, Haryana has the highest per capita income as compared to the Bihar, because of Bihar is located in the bottom and their per capita income is less than the Haryana, and a person in Haryana earn 1,62,034 in 1 year, whereas on an average a person in Bihar earned only around 31,454 rupees per year. So, if per capita income were to be used as the measure of development, Haryana will be considered the most developed and Bihar the least developed state of the three. Now, apart from income, we also compare these three states with another three important points. First one is infant mortality rates, second is literacy rate, and then third is not attendance ratio. Before start of these points, first we take some information about these infant mortality rates, literacy rate, and net attendance ratio. So, first is the infant mortality rates. Infant mortality rates is indicate the number of children that die before the age of 1 year as a proportion of 1000 live children born in that particular year. Second is literacy rate. Measure the proportion of literate population in the 7 and above age group. And then last, net attendance ratio is the total in number of children of age group 14 to 15 years attending school as a percentage of total number of children in the same age group. It means the net attendance ratio. And then we start the comparison in between three states like as the Haryana, Kerala and Bihar, and we can see which are the difference on their infant mortality rate, even in their literacy rate, and even in their net attendance ratio. When we see the table, what does this table show? The first column of the table show that in the Kerala, out of 1000 children born, 12 died before completing 1 year of the age. But in Haryana, the proportion of children dying within 1 year birth was 36, which is 2 times more than that of the Kerala. On the other hand, the per capita income of Haryana is more than the Kerala, has shown in our table number 1. Just think of how dear you are to your parents. Think of how everyone is so happy when a child is born. Now try to think of parents whose children die before they even celebrate their first birthday. Is very painful. And then next note the year to which this data pertain. It is 2016, so we are not taking of old times. It is nearly 70 years after independence, when our metro cities are full of high rise building and shopping malls. The problem does not end with infant mortality rates, even still 2019 or 2020 also. And the next is the children aged 14 to 15 in Bihar. Half of the children are not attending school beyond class 8. This means that if you want to then increase the education, first we must be required to provide proper education in that state. Human Development Index. The Human Development Index tool used to measure a country's overall achievement in its social and economic dimension. The social and economic dimension of a country are based on the health of people, their level of education attainment and their standard of living. These types of the information we can easily understood with the help of the charts. These charts is also following. You can see here the different factors which impact on the human development of the countries. These factors are very helpful to declare the data and declare the rank of the countries on the basis of these factors. So first one is the literacy rate, second is infant mortality rates, third access to clean drinking water, fourth standard of living, fifth body mass index, sixth life expectancy, and seventh is the health facilities. All these factors are very important to the declare of the human development index of every nations for every years. So in this way we also discuss in this videos about how two countries or state compare, and second is the income and other criterias, and next 2 points we discuss in our part 4th videos. I hope you understood what we discuss in these videos. Thank